Good morning. This is Deborah Cargo coming to you live from Valdosta, Georgia. I'm going to do today's daily devotion on June the 17th, 2019. When in doubt, always worship. If for some reason you can't seem to sense what to do with a given environment, worship. This is always the right perspective. And one sense to worship is to magnify. To magnify God through worship does not imply that our actions have the ability to make him bigger or smaller than he really is. He is God. When we choose to magnify God, we're coming into agreement with who he is. To magnify is to make larger. The wonderful thing about magnifying the Lord through worship is that no matter how big our praises make him, we never run the risk of exaggeration or embellishment. It is quite impossible for our mortal words, as beautiful and wonderful as they can be, to fully capture the greatness of God as he is. In the same way that there is always more of God for us to experience, there is always more of him to celebrate through our praise. Our Bible reading is found in Acts 16, verses 22 through 30. And the multitude rose up together against them, and the magistrates rent off their clothes and commanded them to beat them. And when they had laid many stripes upon them, they cast them into prison, charging the jailer to keep them safely, who, having received such a charge, thrust them into the inner prison and made their feet fast in the stocks. And at midnight Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto God. And the prisoners heard them. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison were shaken. And immediately all the doors were opened, and everyone's bands were loosed. And the keeper of the prison, awakening out of his sleep, and seeing the prison doors open, he drew out his sword and would have killed himself, supposing that the prisoners had been fled. But Paul cried with a loud voice, saying, Do thyself no harm, for we are all here. Then he called for a light and sprang in, and came trembling and fell down before Paul and Silas, and brought them out and said, Sirs, what must I do to be saved? Our prayer for today: I magnify you, Lord. Greater is he who is living within me than any circumstance, any impossibility, any fear, or any mountains I come up against. The presence of the greater one is not only with me, but in me. Keep my eyes fixed on this truth, and help me to live a life of worship. Responding to this, I respond to who you are. Live mindful that the God I worship has made a covenant to live inside of me forever. Thank you, and God bless y'all.